This morning feeling like a doctor. On my Fidel Cadastro shit, nigga try to stop me. One nation under God, now that's a black army. Any cadets wanna be blessed in this army.
This the Rebel Nation, man, coming to you live from their Masters and Royalty channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Put my hoodie on for this one. Yeah, cause it's that type of shit, man. While everybody bullshitting, everybody running around thinking they enjoying America, I'm assuming. But what you don't know is that while we sleep, they got a plan for you, guys. They got a plan for you. They got a plan for you, man. And I'm finna show you a couple things. And I want you to understand that the music, the entertainment, how everything is going towards the negative side, it's not an accident. This is what they want to happen. And it's a reason for why it happened. And not only that they love to keep you impoverished. It's a good reason why that. You know why? If you weren't impoverished, you wouldn't go to their job. You wouldn't go, you wouldn't spend your whole life trying to get to the NFL. Basketball, being an entertainer. You are doing that for income, money. Now imagine it. Then we're going to get into what the topic is. And our topic is they are creating billion-dollar prisons with the B. Billion-dollar prisons. And who you think gonna fill those jail cells? Blacks and Latinos make up 85% together, probably 90% of the prison population together. All right? And they are what we call minority groups. Black people ain't number 12% of the population, but make up upward to about over 50% of the prison population. Latinos come in next. All right? That is not an accident. We're going to get it today. But before I get there, let me explain something. If you could pay your bills, had money left over, take care of your whole existence, you have leisure time to do all type of things. Give you a prime example. These multi-millionaires and billionaires, they got time to invest in ideas like, let's go to the moon. Let's colonize Mars. They have no problems in life. As far as material substance and things of that nature, it's unlimited for them. What if you was in that position? You might get together and everybody taken care of. You might look around, 10 black men might say, you know what? Let's create a mega school like the Library Alexander. Let's create a mega library, the biggest in the world. You got free money, leisure time, and I'm using this as an example just to give you a reason why they keep you impoverished. Working jobs. This is to keep you subjugated. Because if you didn't, what would you be doing? You would be creating great things. Now, think about that. Now let's get into the mega prisons. I'm going to use this first interview, the billion-dollar prison. And ask yourself, why do you need to build a billion-dollar prison?
The cost of the new 4,000-bed men's prison in Elmore County is now expected to be north of $1 billion after a finance meeting yesterday. An initial...
You hear that? North. More than $1 billion. They creating a 4,000-bed prison that costs $1 billion plus. Now, while we sleep, guess who from legislators, representatives, state government, judges, probation officers, guards, all the way down to the regular police that run the streets. They gonna be put under enormous pressure to fill those beds. There's gonna be enormous pressure to fill those beds. Guess who they gonna fill them with? This 4,000 bed facility that cost $1 billion to make in Alabama. Not just Alabama. In a minute we're gonna go to another city that is investing not $1 billion, not $2 billion, not $3 billion, not even $5 billion. It's gonna be an $8.3 billion project. This place, while you watching the eating news and our black babies, our kids, our young men and women feel the eating news, it's creating an image. While they raiding your house saying you the drug dealer, even though you don't own no cocaine fields, no weed fields, no distribution methods, no boats, no planes, but for some reason you the face of drugs. There is not only that, while they allowing the music to evolve into drill music, killing music, on the other side, that's for the boys, for the women, or for the men, and for the women, it's evolving into strippers making music. All right, that's where we at. That's where the society, that's what your kids growing up listen to. The little girl listen to Sexy Red. The little boy listening to the drill artists. Talking about, so these are the predominant state of mind they putting out there. While this going on in your school, they not teaching nothing. But they is pushing your 5-year-old to understand the idea that your gender can be whatever you choose it to be. Imagine that, an educational institution teaching kids that gender is not associated with biological makeup. Meaning, if you're a girl, your gender has nothing to do with your biological makeup of being a girl. Your gender could be whatever you choose. They separate. They try to use a separation with the words. All right. When your gender comes from your biological makeup, when the biological of a boy and a girl only works one way. Anything outside of that is outside the natural use. They made to fit each other. This is part of this gender war we have. Whether the adults, black men and black women, whether the adults now are in a gender war. Now going all the way down to your kids to make sure that divide. And the reason that's important is because every nation is built up on a strong family structure. If the men and women are at odds with each other, your nation is destroyed. Yes, you can't have a family if both the man and the women think they the head. Yeah, my feet and my head are not in conflict. My left arm and my right arm are not in conflict. A nation consists of a union between men, women that create a family. These families are in connection with other families of the same kind. They create a nation, and that nation provides for their people. Meaning, it's easy to get tricked into the norms of today if you don't understand how things develop. Meaning, there is no time in human history where the people who are in the city, who are the workers of the city, who contribute to the city functioning, have no legal or financial substance or benefit from being an active citizen in the city. That's only black people who came from slaves. You are a participant in cities and get none of the benefit. But they are making billion-dollar prisons for you.
Bed men's prison in Elmore County is now expected 4,000 bed men's prison. 4,000 bed men's prison in
I gotta
Elmore
hit
County
you one more time.
The new 4,000 bed men's prison in Elmore County is now expected to be north of $1 billion.
$1 billion
yesterday. An initial
now 4,000 men in under one facility. That place is gonna be filled with corruption. It's gonna be drugs, raping, violence. That place is gonna be hell. All right. Now that's one state. Let's go to New York. Let's go to New York and see what they got for you. Everybody love New York, city of dreams. All right. I already got this stuff lined up for you. Uh-oh. Let's go here. Okay, let's go.
New York City's new borough-based jail continues to move forward for New York City's new borough-based jail program. Signage has gone up in Kew Gardens. The Department of Design has restricted access near 82nd Avenue as they begin the groundwork for the new jail. The project met with outrage from those who live and work in the area.
Of course I'm upset. I'm very, very upset. It will devalue the property.
The project is part of an $8.3 billion plan to close down Rikers Island by 2027 and create 4 smaller jails in Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. The first jail being constructed is in Kew Gardens and is meant to...
Now, this is an $8.3 billion project. And the people, you seen the 2 women they had, these selfish ass bitches. Why? They concern ain't about a better use of reallocating the money to the poor or those who are in poverty who might be more likely to commit crimes. They worried about the property, the value of their property. That's the evil and the scumbag shit of America. These selfish bitches get on here talking about the property value, and of course I'm worried about it. When they probably the same ones who voted for whatever they did. But it's going to be an $8.3 billion project. You could take $1 billion and redistribute it that well within the poorest communities in New York and raised up a whole standard of living for all the impoverished people, from blacks and Latino. But that don't sound right. This is what they got money to do. Let's finish a little bit more.
The Department of Design has restricted access near 82nd Avenue as they begin the groundwork for the new jail. The project met with outrage from those who live and work in the area.
Of course I'm upset. I'm very, very upset. It will devalue the
This selfish ass bitch.
The project is part of an $8.3 billion plan to close down
8.3.
Rikers Island by 2027 and create 4 smaller jails in Queens, the Bronx, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. The first jail being
Queens, Bronx, Brooklyn, and Manhattan. Who live in Queens? Yeah. Blacks, Jamaicans, Latinos. Who live in the Bronx? Blacks and Latinos. Who live in Brooklyn and Manhattan? Now, you say, why are you even singling this out? I'm finna tell you why in a minute. Because imagine what the police force gonna be like in Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, and Queens, because they gotta fill these beds and make back that $8.3 billion facility. Not only that, in these facilities, they gonna be getting free labor from industries that's of the state, and they gonna make way more than $8.3 billion. This is why what you see with the music and the entertainment, so-called black culture, which is no such thing as black culture in America, because everything that you do, at the top of it, there is somebody else, a non-black person, who controls the record labels, who controls the entertainment that you see. Yes, they control it. All right, let's go. Now, we're going to stop right there. Now, I want to get into Lazy Bone making a connection between your entertainment and these prisons. So you can see something and understand it. All right, let's listen to this.
Criminals and all the women hoes.
Right.
Why are you just strictly so bent on this is all you want our young kids to hear?
You know why?
Now, he asking the question, why are all the women hoes in the industry? Why is all our kids bent on having to listen to this as entertainment?
Exactly. So that's why I say there's no conspiracy. It's right in front of our face.
Right in front of our face. All right. Oh, shout out to Holden Court. I hope he don't get mad,
They're the
but
same people. You really believe that's a thing?
Man, yes, it could be. There's a lot of big corporations that have owned.
There was a big meeting, for the record labels
Listen
in
close.
terms of and basically the record labels and the owners of the prisons are in cahoots. They're the same people.
Yeah.
You really believe that's a thing?
Man, yes, it could be. There's a lot of big corporations that have ownership in prisons.
Shout out to Holden Court podcast for this, man.
Right.
Lazy Bone.
They just don't go around bragging about it. That's one big move they don't go around bragging about. You know, it's no secret though.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
And they saying how the major labels are invested into private prisons. So when you see these billion-dollar prisons, this ain't an accident. And then you go look at the entertainment. Go look at Tubi and see what all type of trash movies you see. Every movie is black people in selling drugs, shooting, killing, or some type of sex, love triangle they in and shooting and killing. This ain't no accident. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to show you this information. I'm also going to give you the solution to combat what is being pushed on you. All right? This ain't what people want. You know how you combat this whole little reality they creating for you? You got to resist. You got to do the exact opposite. If you all the music is about drilling and killing niggas, you can say fuck a nigga, kill a nigga, hoe ass nigga, bitch ass nigga. Talk about killing anything else and see what happens. You get no airtime. Just talk about killing anybody else outside of a black person and see if it get played around the world. See if you get millions of dollars for talking about self-genocide, self-extermination. It won't happen. Now, yeah, you can get money for that, but talk about killing white people and see what happens. Talk about killing Asians or any other group, but you can't talk about killing niggas. Now, they don't want nobody to tell you that out front. You better get your mind on the new day. It's finna be a new game going on, man. And remember, Rebel Nation, man. This Rebel Nation TV is pushing the charge for new thoughts, new days. Now, why is this important? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to get to how do you combat that? This killing and drug dealing and music, which is in cahoots with privately owned prisons. And don't think Alabama and New York the only two states that doing it. This is happening, popping up all over, which in return gonna put the legal system on your back even harder. You think it don't get kicked in now? You're gonna be, it's gonna be getting kicked in for all type of things. It ain't gonna just be drugs. You get online, you wave a gun, they gonna come kick your door in. They gotta go fill those beds and make that money back. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be about. But ain't nobody telling you that. Oh, he just talking. You keep thinking that. And you'll be a victim of what they got planned and in store for you in the future. They already squeezing the hustle game out here in the streets. The hustle game ain't nothing like it used to be in the 80s. It's a fraction of that now. And the more and more they squeeze, the more robbing and stealing and killing we do of one another. How do you combat that situation? If they pushing that on us, guess what we got to do? Resist. Don't be a drug dealer. Don't be a gang member. They push gangs out here. Man, they took Crips and Blood and they broadcasted that all across America to black people. How did they do it? Colors, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. They put it in the music. They even had banging on wax CDs. As a kid, that what taught you how to gang bang. The movies and the music. If you're not from LA, because it's something different to them than the people who get it secondhand in a whole different way. Of course, you're going to do your neighborhood thing. But who put this idea out there? They did. The higher up took this, and they broadcasted. They had a whole series called Banging on Wax. Crips and Bloods on the CD. And if you listen to that and coming up like I did, it taught you everything you need to know about Crippin' and Blood, and if you living in Texas. How else could you learn? You and outside of the Crips and Bloods that might came from California to your environment. Outside of that, the broadcasting was more stronger than the actual Crips and Bloods who landed in your locality. Yes, it was. Because the broadcasting don't give you the real life of it. It gives you the cool part of it. When them people land in your locality, they the real people who experience and live that. They ain't glorifying it. They telling you, hey man, you don't want to do this if you ain't this. So the point I'm making is, this is being pushed on us. How do we combat it? You got to resist it. We got to get back to having a true resistance against this society and these people. Now, that resistance, they thought they killed the resistance with integration. Guess what? The resistance ain't never died. Niggas just scared. Yeah, like they say, people ain't dead. Niggas just scared. No, the resistance ain't dead. You niggas is just scared to resist. It's easy to go along with the flow. Guess what? I'm cool with you not liking me. I'm cool with them not liking me. I'm cool with being the target of harassment. That's what niggas got to get back to. You got to be cool with that. Why? Because if they don't hate you, nigga, you're doing something wrong. Yeah. Nigga, what they say? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. That's what this about, man. We got to resist. Let me get some more of this right quick before we get up out of here.
So you feel as if basically they own the prisons and they're using the music to market, basically niggas to do what they do and get locked up.
It has to be a reason why. First of all, hip hop has been the dominant music genre for decades.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me help you with.
All right.
I'm good, man. Thanks. Are you
Okay.
sure?
Everyone can use a little help.
You know what
Now,
I'm saying? So
He
knowing
asked,
this is
he asked him, do you think the same people who own these privately owned prisons are pushing the music and the entertainment to put these thoughts in the kids' minds? Because that's who they selling it to. You know what I'm saying? Why? So they can go fill these beds. Now, this is the part that they ain't talking about. Not only is they pushing it in the music, guess what? The cops on the street got to go fulfill their quota. Yeah, you don't make certain amount of arrests. What is you doing out there? Now they got to go do it. Yeah. The media, this whole society is playing on you to devour you. The poor. Guess how you fight that? You got to resist. You got to resist. I don't care how bad it get to being a drug dealer. For a female to being a prostitute, a whore, a stripper. Why? Because you play right into the narrative that they put playing for you. You got to resist that. You got to find other ways of surviving and maintaining. And more, if they tell you, showing you every movie where niggas killing niggas, guess what you got to do as a black man? You got to resist that. Nigga, I'm not finna get into it with that nigga. Yeah, they love that. You got to resist that idea. You got to say, nah, bro, I ain't tripping, man. Yeah. And he could be like, oh, ho ass nigga. You got it. You know why? Because you understand it ain't him. It's the spirit and the programming that he done let seep into his mind. Ain't no real grievances out here when we both pose and you live next door to me. Or you live on the other side of town in the same impoverished neighborhood as me. We don't got no real grievances. Our real grievances is those who are oppressing us while we impoverished. Yeah. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't let the brainwashing affect you. Like Pac said, the media is filled with dirty tricks. They move in your mind state and swaying you this way and that way. Somebody got to stand up and be like, hey man, we gonna resist. If they want you to be a criminal, you got to be moral. That's how you fight criminality. Be a moral person filled with integrity. If they want you to be against your brother, guess what you do to resist that mind state? Create a brotherhood. Well, nah, we don't fight each other. We don't kill each other. If they want you to be immoral, impoverished in your morality and your thoughts, guess what you do to fight that? Stand on being moral and righteous. You got to be the exact opposite. That's the game. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that, man. But King Rubber, you know what I'm saying? Rubber Nation, we gonna stand on the resistance. This is the first step of a resistance. Taking your mind back. It's a resistance of the mind. It's a mind state of spirit. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to what we supposed to be about. Everybody out here chasing money. Yeah, go chase your money and you're going to become a filthy person because of the avenues the traps they set before you.